And everyone, how are you? Welcome to the Fernando Ano channel, as promised. Today will be the day I'm going to show you how to play right from the beginning, right? In SimCity. Some people ask me for this video, and today I'm making just the first one for you. Something here, there is an age range. You will put your age or not. It's up to you. But here in my case, I put my age. I'm 30 years old. And right at the beginning, it's something you don't need. You know, be scared, right? Like the game will give you the first basics of how to play SimCity, but it's important that we keep an eye on some things. Well, firstly, you will make a track, and the track is very simple. You just have to click there and there is the track. It's already like shaking, so you can press it. You're going to hold it and then just press it on the neighbor who's done your track, okay? And now we're going to do a case. And the house is something that is the flagship of SimCity, right? Because if the house doesn't have SimCity, right? Over time, as the game progresses, right? When you start playing, the houses start asking for other materials. Here, my first store is a store here for 2 nails. Hi. And so, you see, right? One thing leads to another. The first house asked for 1 metal bar, right? And here now there's a store and you ask for a nail. What's going to happen? Or are you going to, you can see it doesn't need it. Like it's all very quick, right? Because that's how City is. It's a game that you have to be calm. You have to kind of analyze
that's the way to go
now. But in another case, like I told you, grandma will ask for a price. And that's it, you understand. Then, as I said, at each level, you'll get it there. You get new materials and you get new products. And with that, houses also ask for new materials here in the game tutorial, right? Our city is without energy, and some people, right? When they start playing, they buy this wind farm, right? Because the game asks people to buy it. And the difference between it and the thermoelectric plant is that wind power plant has no contamination and the thermoelectric one does. But the advantage is that the thermoelectric plant is much cheaper. However, that's it. It will contaminate the inhabitants. You are going to Rio. You are going to first buy this base because during the game we are going to so that it will not contaminate the houses. Beauty. And then at what time does it have 12? A capacity of, and the demand is for 2 each house. There's like a point, you know, it's something 10 that cases, 10 of demand, you know, Vio, and here he didn't show up for me to make more fish, right? Because the doctor is still here. I'm going to buy a thermoelectric plant. I left it far away, you know, from the houses because if you stay close, it's any base, right? What counts for me, right? There's a brown square around you, you're going to lose. Hey, well, personal well-being, that little face it's there. Close to the level, the more you have, it's 100%. In 100%, you'll get more tax, you'll do well in your city, but now you can see how close the factory is to the houses, and your well-being will start to lose, right? I'll even show you how you shouldn't do. Your goal in the game is to always leave this little green face on the green. Even without a beauty percentage, this will result in countless benefits. Beauty. And another thing too, you who have just started playing the game, you who have never played in your life, that you work hard in the game, and here you're asking for water, right? Do you want me to tutorial the game? You're going to buy some water to improve people's well-being. right? Our cheese mayor Daniel, for those who don't know. Daniel, he is like an example so that everyone who started playing SimCity is young, right? He will also show his city and the buildings that in the future you will be able to unlock here. Look at the Eiffel Tower. You know, in a fan, you'll forget that you'll be able to hear the airport. 2 is the base I'm going, the port. But several things he has, he was light 25. You know, I think so. I think that the person who made the game SimCity put Mayor Daniel here to kind of give a certain envy to the person who has never played it and wants to make his own city right away. That's why, right? Another thing, he always has, you know, some sales, right? To sell to people according to their level, right? My level is crazy to get the metal image at level 3 while I increase the level and add these materials, right? That I got through my level. Now, it's the most important moment. The name of this city, guys, I'm going to put it as success. And so when I do this whole series, it's linked to a Facebook, and I'm going to draw with you. I'm not going to do. I'm going to have the greatest pleasure of giving it to you, which is on my channel Beauty, and put it here. Success ready and ready, guys. Then we make the name of the city. Oh, it will now appear here in government, right? The city council, you can put it there anywhere, it doesn't count, nothing happens. And since this O in relation to the factory, you can see that Fabi is telling me about city. And at the beginning you get a factory, and depending on your population, you can unlock more factories with more capacity, but 4,000, a knife with 3. Let's see here, another factory here. Show that it's you. Only 27,000 with 4 to half with 5. Understand. And the last factories, they don't contaminate people. Understand, the last cardboard contaminates, and the penultimate, very little people. Here, a very important tip, right? For those never played a test sim here, this will allow you to speed up the production of this price. Considering that at the beginning of the game, it is very important that you have Otikat, right? This green money that you have a lot of difficulty getting, right? And what are you going to do? You, in the same example as I am here, you are going to spend the money and on expanding the production of the stores. And here, I will show you what I am going to do is increase the capacity more by increasing the capacity. The first thought for you who have never played SimCity in your life is for you to work on the game. And the best way for you to work, or is it for you to increase the capacity of the slabs and make nails? Doing it is Zach stock according to the ones I take to reproduce and so on. And now guys, I'm gonna show you here, man, another very important thing. And it's really cool that you understand what's yours, right? In the game. And every time you do a track, EA, the track was going. That's the beauty of it every time. That I'm surrounding it, wasn't it? It's not I have mine. To buy this dotted land beauty. Everything that has dotted. Buy it there, I managed to get through here. I'm getting it. Let's come back here. G1. And let's see that I'm getting it. You won't want it anymore. Say this whole square, let's say between the ones for my city, oh beauty. Another thing that I don't know if you noticed, because the track didn't fit with the other, because there is an obstacle every time there is at least one case or a water tank of some kind thing that is in the middle of the track. There is no way you can link. That's what I'm going to do. Beauty. I'm going to remove the house. I'm going to put it here in the little place here, and this square, going to finish it. Beauty, I don't have to, but it's because like this, I like to make you to understand, right? In a very simple way, right? Or yes. now that you understand, right, how to make cases, how to make nails, and so on, right? To do at the beginning of the game, we must demarcate this square, right? Our city, so you have to have a place to place your factories. There is a space to place your stores and also a space to place your houses. You doing this as I am. By doing it here, you will have control over your account. You will have even more creativity. When you leave, everything well organized. It will influence ideas. You will have more control over your city, and you will also not lose our taste. Play this wonderful game. And here, in relation to the city hall that I talk about, with each wave you get, there are like some rewards. There are already like challenges. These challenges, guys, are very simple things. They are things that are not worth the person. Don't even think about it, because the rewards are very weak in this. It's speaking with these words, right? And here, I'm at level 2. Wood appeared to reproduce. Right? Then, as I told you, the more you evolve, the houses also don't have any difficulties in forming. I believe that from now on, soon I'm going to fix more houses. Wood will appear, you know, it's with nails and so on. Each time you unlock it, it's these materials. The houses will also need these materials. Well, here, guys, not now, but I think I'll go to level 4 to show you. A new production will also appear. Right. I'm going to leave my municipal camera there, because just for the aesthetic, it just so I have more control, right? And then now I'm going to start sort of organizing. And one thing too, that's what I'm going to show you. If you've never played the Neo game, do it here. You can mark this place here. It's just for the house on the right, more like a deposit, to put it like factories so it doesn't contaminate. And here it's something good too. It's interesting. I know, if you can see, the city isn't easy. It doesn't fit in with the others, because every time there's a little bit of this here, it doesn't work, because it's no longer a space where you'll have destroy and do it this way and this. Is very heavy, guys. For example, if the space in the house is like a square there on a piece of track, and there's at least something, it doesn't work well. There's no way to do it now. My intention in the game is to create some houses. Understand? I'm going to leave my factory there. I'm here to make a few more. In case the nail appears, wood will also appear later, because I managed to unlock it. And I just want to get here to level 3. So you can see, it's the park, right? And that's it. Here it goes. Have a reward, right? I got it. It gave me 400. There are 400 coins and SimCity. And here, the first residential buildings. Every time you built a house, and then your house appeared like that little yellow riding hood for you to renovate, you did it. It's called the house will then appear here in little yellow riding hood. I'm going to build some more houses, right? So that I can get to level 3. And then just wait a little there, right? So that it appears, right? Look, this is also very interesting, because the house didn't fit here for a simple fact. Every house, every knife, everything in there game, you'll only be able to enjoy it if you have a track, right? Connect, or even for a base. It's already like a monument for leisure, but we'll leave that for a next video. Another thing too, Neo, as I told you, it's always good to leave your factories. always in demand, right? It's when you see that the factory isn't, there's nothing to do. Put the wood there, put it there. It's to produce metal. I make nails. Because the more you have this pleasure in working with the sensitive, you'll evolve. It's really cool. Even your city. The music here, like I said, we only have wood 1 prego. When you see that it has become very difficult, right? You can get those items, you can put them here to change the project, right? You will wait half an hour or spend 12 hours if you want. Like I said, no, you will not spend. You will wait. I know it's bad, but you'll wait. And then G1. And that's it. I made more metal bars, right? Leveling up. Now it doesn't take 13. Another factory appeared for me. And also, look, but asking me the park. And the parks, guys, are something that is very important in the game because it will increase the well-being of the population and it will also increase their happiness, right? I'm at 100% here, but soon I'm going to run out of percent. It won't go down and down here. The game asked me to buy this with a fountain, but look, well, it pulls 4005%. I have a modern art park, which is 10% and 5,000. You understand, guys? You are going to buy the modern art park. What is it, guys? The cool thing about SimCity is that you know how to buy the bases in the best way. You won't buy the base because the game asked you not to. You will buy the base that you will be able to use for longer. And another thing is also all this green square, which is the range of this base. You have to have all the houses make the most of it. So what am I going to do? I saw that cases were missing, right? It's getting the park, right? Having access to the park. Then I'm going to change and I'm going to try to do it here a little in such a way that all the houses I built have a park blanket here too. I ended up with this red brick one because the house is not close to the track, and even so, the park here, I'm going to make a track here, right? Reach the park. You can see that I put it there. Also only took the right side is from these houses. I'm going to do it here like a track. Ready. Now she took all the houses, or so you see, guys. That's it here. They sound small. It's steps that you understand. You will start playing SimCity in a better way, right? I know it's a video that takes a little long, but if you stay with me until the end, this will be like a foundation, right? In the future, you can have a great city. Something else too, guys, what I'm going to tell you, even this video will be like a continuation. I'm going to do it until I'm in the Megalopolis League. Beauty, like I said, I'm going to give away this account to someone here on our channel. Personal beauty from the bottom of my heart. I'm happy that you are here with me, always helping me. I also ask that you can buy this idea, right? That together, so we not only in SimCity but also other topics, we will start talking about the game being our channel, right? Other things and so on. We're together. Big hug. It's us, Law. Music.